Waterbenders deal with the flow of energy. A waterbender lets their defense become their offense, turning their opponent's energy against them. I learned a way to do this with lightning.
You can teach me to redirect lightning?
If you let the energy in your own body flow, the lightning will follow it. You must create a pathway from your fingertips, up your arm to your shoulder, then down into your stomach. The stomach is the source of energy in your body. It is called the Sea of Qi. From the stomach, you direct it up again and out the other arm. The stomach detour is critical. You must not let the lightning pass through your heart, where the damage could be deadly.
Alright guys, so you just watched that video. It was a clip from Avatar, one of my favorite shows. There's meaning in it. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you, or teaching you, or sharing my experience of how I redirect my anger and my strongest emotion. Now, I'd say my strongest, at least at this current moment, emotion would be anger. You know, it could just be puberty, but I feel anger every day for a large majority of my day, and for a while I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to funnel it into the right things. Anger is a tool. It's something that can be very useful when used in the correct ways, but something that I fall prey to quite a lot would be using it in what most people would consider the typical way, which would be yelling at people, getting mad at myself, getting mad at things that are out of my control, getting mad at things that are in my control, focusing on the past. So many things can cause negative things from anger. Instead of directing your anger towards those things, the things that are making you angry, there are better ways to fuel yourself with your anger and direct it in ways in which that will benefit you, and ways in which that will make you feel better. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever felt this before, but I am an avid gym goer, and it's a place of bliss for me. It's therapy almost. I would say it is therapy, but the most important thing, it's the perfect place for me to take my anger out in. Another outlet for me to get mad, have all those angry thoughts inside my head flowing around in the gym. And at the end of my hour and a half, 2 hour session at the gym, I walk out a different person. I'm not angry anymore. I got it out, at least most of it, because there are days, and I'm sure some of you guys can relate to this, where even after doing your therapy session, whatever that may be, you're still a little angry after, or you didn't pour out all the anger from your bottle. You didn't pour out all your anger into whatever your therapy is, and you need more. It's still lingering. You're still mad. Those thoughts are still in your head. What I advise you to do is create more sources for your anger to be dispersed. Iroh says, what waterbenders use as their greatest defense, they use it as their greatest offense. So think of anger as your defense and redirecting that as your offense. We see it in the gym, at least for me that's what it would be, and you may see it in other places, but why not, instead of just redirecting it in the gym, redirect it in all aspects of your life? So to give you another example, quick story time, because it's something I go through every day. I have to wake up early in the morning on weekends. I work weekends, and so I have to get up at 7 a.m. in the morning every morning. I won't lie, getting up early is not my favorite thing to do. Quite honestly, it pisses me off most of the time. But quite recently, I've found a way to actually boost my morning by letting the anger I have for the fact that I have to get up early fuel me to keep moving through the day. So recognizing your anger and then using it is the most important part. For me, every morning I wake up, and it's not a long thing, but for a couple seconds I will sit in silence and just think about all the anger I'm feeling, and I will in a way charge up that anger and then be like, all right, it's time to get up. And I let that anger out, but in productive ways. So I'm making sure I'm dieting right with my cut. Ironically, the thing that makes me angry is also a source to keep me strict on myself. So the fact that I am angry, I use that anger productively. I accept my anger, I realize my anger, and I think about the anger instead of taking it out on things that it shouldn't be taken out on. Iroh says that the stomach detour is critical. that you must not let the lightning pass through your heart. What I think this symbolizes, or what I'm going to make it symbolize, is where you direct your anger and how you let it flow out of you is the most important. The stomach detour, or how you use your anger as you're letting it and directing it, is extremely important, because if you're directing it towards things that won't improve your life or will only cause your anger to grow more, then just how an avatar letting it pass through your heart is deadly. Letting your anger take control of you and bleed into negative parts of your life will spell your death for you, symbolically. I use that to keep myself disciplined, almost like reveling in your anger. It's something that like you actually react well to, and so it's something that you have to develop. It's not something that you just innately have, and if you do, I guess you're lucky. It's not something I was born with. That would have been dope, but that's not how it is. I guess my piece of advice would be to use your anger in the right way. And as Iroh says, their best defense is what they turn into their offense. So when their opponents throw an attack at them, just how life will throw you problems, you take those problems, just how waterbenders take those attacks and redirect it back at life, back at the enemy. So in this metaphorical stance, think as the life problems that you receive as fuel for the anger that you get to use as productivity. Emotions are a strong thing, especially anger. At least for me, anger is something that I use daily. It strengthens me, and it hones my mind, and it makes me sharper, and it makes me do things that I don't want to necessarily do. But at the end of the day, once I've expended all my anger, all this bottled up emotion, I come out feeling better. The anger isn't high anymore. I am in a good place mentally. Those thoughts that I had that bottled up, whether I expended it in the gym or doing well on my diet or working hard on like making a video or whatever, it doesn't really matter. It absorbs all my anger, and so when I'm done and I've used it all up, all that's left is, you know, good emotions and relaxation. And so for anyone who's still watching, what I recommend to you to do is use your anger, use your strongest emotions for productivity and strength, because what you may think to be your greatest enemy, which for me was anger, can actually be your greatest ally. Remember what Iroh said about how to redirect lightning? Think about your anger and how you can redirect that. Anyway guys, that's gonna be the video. I'm thinking from now on, because for once I'm gonna try and be creative, I'm gonna start implementing like clips from shows that I like to watch, which is probably gonna be mostly anime, and like famous quotes and stuff like that. If you guys like it, give this video a like, and comment down below if you want to keep seeing like cool clips from like shows that I've watched and stuff like that, because I feel like I've learned a lot from shows that I've watched, like animes and stuff, and so I want to start implementing those into my videos. Anyway though, that's gonna be the end of the video guys. I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys took something good away from this. Peace out.